What is ABA therapy used for? The main use of ABA is to improve the quality of life for individuals in ways they will benefit from behavioral-based strategies, sometimes in the form of therapy for a variety of behavior issues. In a much broader view, ABA addresses a wider range of behavior change across human behavior, including education, technology, industry, culture, etc. This presentation will focus more specifically on how behavioral strategies are known for their use with individuals diagnosed with ASD. However, applications of ABA are used with individuals diagnosed with other pervasive developmental disorders, as well as other diagnoses who can benefit from behavioral treatment. For ASD, ABA is used to teach and change individuals' behaviors that may not currently be in a child's repertoire to help one be successful in any number of environments, whether that is in home, in school, or in the community. Along with skill acquisition programs, ABA-based interventions can also be used in addressing behavioral excesses to reduce problem behaviors that interfere with successful daily living. Examples of problems include tantrum behaviors, aggressive behaviors, and self-injurious behaviors. For skill acquisition programs, a child's current repertoire of skills is first assessed before beginning the phases of ABA services in key adaptive areas such as communication, language, self-help, social and motor skills. An initial assessment in collaboration with parents and caregivers identifies missing or weak skills in these adaptive areas. Strengths are also identified to build and maintain. An assessment also identifies current behaviors that are considered troublesome and need to be reduced or replaced with behaviors important to a child's future development. Once skills to be taught are identified, a goal for each skill is developed and then taught by using ABA-based techniques to teach those important social and life skills. Ultimately, an ABA-based therapy will require support to maintain the achieved level. Example: the child will continue to use the learned behaviors after intervention ends, and generalization of the learned skills needs occur as behaviors beyond the instructional settings to promote adapting new behaviors with new people in new places. These two concepts, acquisition and reduction or replacement, are very important in any ABA-based intervention. Skills for acquisition will be taught to meet a purpose, so the behaviors will be reinforced in the future as well as during the program. In behavior management, the challenging behaviors are analyzed in the beginning for their function, that is, the purpose those behaviors currently serve for an individual. This is necessary so the purpose of the problem behaviors can be addressed by teaching non-problem solutions. An example could be, instead of having a tantrum, a person could learn more appropriate ways to achieve their purpose, such as asking for a break or requesting something they wanted. Once the goals are developed and needed skills as the desired behaviors are identified, an ABA-based therapy program will be developed to learn the skills and not just decrease the occurrence of problem behavior, but also teach the child a functionally equivalent behavior that is socially appropriate, which meets the purpose. For example, if a child resorts to tantrum behaviors when she is told she cannot have a specific item, she may be taught to accept an alternative or find an alternative for herself. Of course, this can only work to a certain point. When teaching alternatives, there often comes a point when no means no, and the tantrum behavior may have to run its course without success, not be reinforced, so it will cease to serve a purpose. This is often not easy and may take some time for parents, caregivers to work through. Research has shown that over time and with consistent application of an ABA-based behavior management program, the challenging behaviors decrease and acceptable, purpose-based behaviors will take over. ABA is also be used to provide parent or caregiver training and support. Regarding parent training, individuals who provide care for a child will receive an individualized curriculum that best fits their situation. A typical area covered in parent training is teaching responsible adults basic ABA-based concepts to help them understand the rationale behind interventions that are being used in their child's ABA services, along with coaching and teaching strategies. Another area covered in parent training is teaching adults specific skill acquisition programs and behavior management programs that they will be able to implement during family time. One area covered in parent training may include simple data collection, how to support and maintain the changes, and how to promote generalization of learned skills by identifying what is working and adjusting strategies as needed to continue to be effective. There is no one format that will fit all children and their families' needs. The ABA professionals you're currently working with your participation, will develop an ABA-based treatment package that will best fit your child's and your family's needs. For more information regarding this topic, we encourage you to speak with your BCBA. Send us an email at info@leafwingcenter.org if you would like additional information.